hunter walks into the forest carrying a jar. Not a trap, not a cage, just a jar with a narrow neck filled with nuts. He sets it down at the base of a tree and walks away. A monkey climbs down. He smells the nuts. He reaches in, and his open hand slides through the narrow neck with ease. He closes his fist around a full grab of food, and now the same hand that slipped in so easily won't slip back out, not with a fist wrapped around a prize. The monkey pulls. The jar doesn't move. He pulls harder. Nothing. He could let go right now. He could open his hand, slide it free, and run. The nuts aren't worth his life. But he doesn't let go. He screeches. He yanks. He drags the jar across the dirt with him, fighting a fight he's already lost, because in his mind, those nuts are already his. Then the hunter comes back, walking, not running, because he already knows how this ends. He carries a net, and the monkey, still gripping his fistful of nuts, still refusing to open his hand, gets caught. Not because he was weak, not because he was slow, because he wouldn't let go of something that was never worth what it cost him. This is called the endowment trap. In psychology, this describes what happens the moment you decide something is yours. The instant you claim ownership over a thing, whether it's food in your fist or a job title on your resume, your brain starts valuing it far beyond what it's actually worth. Losing it now feels like losing a part of yourself, so you hold on, even when holding on is what gets you captured. The monkey isn't stupid. He's human. He's you. Look at the job you've been in for 6 years, the one that pays less than your worth, that stopped teaching you anything 2 years ago, that you complain about every single night at dinner. You know it's small. You know it's not enough, but it's yours. You built a routine around it. You built an identity around it. Letting go of it feels like losing a piece of yourself, even though the piece you're losing is the one holding you back. Look at the relationship you've been in that stopped growing long ago, the friendship that only takes and never gives, the version of your life you keep protecting, not because it's good, but because it's familiar. And familiar feels like safety, even when it's actually a hand stuck in a jar. You tell yourself you're being loyal. You tell yourself you're being patient. You tell yourself things will change. But the hunter is already walking toward you. Time doesn't wait for you to decide. Rent doesn't wait. Age doesn't wait. Opportunity doesn't circle back twice. And here is the part that should scare you. The trap was never the jar. The jar didn't force the monkey's hand shut. His own grip did that. Nobody held his fist closed. He held it closed himself, refusing to accept that the thing he was clutching had already cost him his freedom. This is how people get captured by their own comfort zones, not because someone locked them in, because they refused to open their hand. Think about how much you've convinced yourself you can't afford to change. You can't afford to quit. You can't afford to walk away. You can't afford to start over at your age with a loan to pay and a family depending on you. But ask yourself honestly what you're actually protecting. Is it security, or is it just the fear of an open hand, an empty fist? The fear of admitting that what you were holding on to never had the value you told yourself it did. The nuts in that jar were never the prize. They were the bait. Every stagnant job, every one-sided relationship, every toxic friendship you keep excusing is a jar you reached into willingly. Nobody forced your hand inside. You did that yourself, chasing something that looked like security and turned out to be a cage with your name on it. The harsh truth is this: Letting go doesn't feel like relief in the moment. It feels like loss. Your brain will scream at you that you're giving something up, that you're walking away empty-handed. But empty-handed and free will always beat full-fisted and caught. So ask yourself what jar you are still holding on to right now. What job, what relationship, what old version of your life you keep gripping because letting go feels like admitting defeat. It isn't defeat. It's the only way out. The monkey had one choice and only one in the second before the neck came down. Open your hand, walk away with nothing, and live. Most people never open their hand until the net is already falling. Don't be the one still gripping the nuts when the hunter arrives. Let go before you're forced to. That's not weakness. That's the only version of this story where you get to walk away.